myself Santosh. I do have around 9 years of experience working in IT industry, and currently I'm working as manager in Microsoft. My core experience is towards data science, data engineering, and data analytics project. Currently, I'm managing around 8 projects, and total I have worked with around 80 projects from different domains such as banking, healthcare, insurance, e-commerce, and retail. And I'm a certified trainer taking training for KSR for the last 5 years.
The last class, we were seeing about the introduction to Power Apps, correct? And we have just seen a sample app. Now we are going to get into the actual implementation of an app. So for that, you need to know how the app looks like, what are the things you can do it, and how we can move forward in adding drag and drop and how to implement the logic. Okay, so as we have discussed, make.powerapps.com should be your portal, and people who have got credentials, you can start practicing right from today. And people who are yet to get credentials, please wait for a couple of days. Once we complete the free sessions, definitely each one of you who join our course will be given the license. And the license, you can use it for all the 5 tools. You can use it for Power Apps, you can use it for Power BI, and even the latest one, which is Power Pages, you can use it. And the good thing about our KSR is you can build unlimited apps as much you want. We have taken a premium license, that is the higher end of license. So you don't have any restrictions in building the number of apps. Even every day, if you build one app also, we will be very happy for you, because everything we are going to give it as unlimited. Okay. Now, once you open this, this is what we call it as a platform. So in this platform, the first thing which we want to do is create. Now in create, let's start with the basic step. Okay, let's not depend on any other data source. Now we will start from scratch. So from scratch, you can always open as a blank app. So in the blank app, you can say that create an app from scratch and then add your data. And I will create, if you just open this video, Microsoft's video, you will be able to get it. And it's very hard to understand the accent. So of course, I will be teaching you how to create it. If you're really interested, you can go and watch the video Microsoft has given for you. Now let me go and create a blank app. Now in the blank app, we have 3 things. Let's go in order. So let's try to understand what is this Canvas app. So initially for the first 20 days, we will be focusing only on the Canvas app. Let's see what is this Canvas app. So Canvas app, it says that start with a blank screen and design your app visually by adding components to it. When you're ready, connect with your data. So let me go with the Canvas app. The other two, one is a model driven app, and one recently it was a portal, but recently they have moved to Power Pages, which is a separate component. Now this itself will act like a separate tool. Now I'll focus on this two one by one. So I'm going to create. So once I create it, let me give a name. Okay, I'm giving one name. So I'm maintaining the date format. You can keep whatever you want, right? You can keep whatever you want, and you just need to name it. Now it's a choice is yours now. So basically your mobile, you can use it in the 2 orientations, right? One is a vertical and one is a horizontal. So if you want to go with a vertical, you can go with the phone, or if you want to rotate your mobile to a 90 degree, and if you want to watch as a full screen, you can go with the tablet mode. So let's work with the phone mode now. So let me go with the phone mode and I'll create it. Now once you create it, it is going to set up the environment for you where you can go and drag and drop. Okay, now the first thing is, once it is going to create, it is going to have this page. Okay, so in the initially, never bother about this part. Okay, never bother about this part. This is all my bookmarks, and this is a new tab, and this is a portal, make.powerapps.com, and whatever I've created a Canvas app and the name of the app, all these names are coming. It's just a URL. Just focus from this border. Okay, so this is my sign in, and this is a question mark where you can go and see the documentation support blocks. And this is a setting, like I'll be discussing about this later. Rather than having this color, if you want, if you feel like having a complete template for any of the colors, you can have it. Okay, so it's your wish, but for me, I'll keep the standard colors, and any notification which you have, all this can be seen here. And this is an environment. Since we are building a project for KSR, we have a KSR environment, right? And this 9 dots you can see in all of the details. Even if you open a Power BI, this is a Power BI screen. So powerbi.com, and if you can see, this will directly open your Power BI service. Just give me 1 minute. app.powerbi.com. Yeah. So even if you open this, so this is a Power BI, one of the tool that is the initially first launch. Even you can see that there is a three dots is present here where you can directly open your Outlook, Excel, and I've already discussed like how you can communicate with me. Maybe if you want to talk to me, you can always send an email from your KSR email, or if you want to text to me, you can always send a text in the Teams. So this is a common 9 dots which you can see here, which will give you all the Microsoft products. So Power BI is one. Okay, Power Apps is one, Power Automate is one. So all this you can see here, right? These are all the products. So similarly here also you can see this nine, or you can even explore more. But this 9 dots is basically a common for any tool which you open. Okay, now, apart from this, we have this tab where you can go to the back screen, or you can even cut paste it. You can insert some things like components, and you can add the data, and you can also create multiple screens, and you can go with the themes. Okay, what type of colors, or sometimes what happens whenever you are doing any app, by default, you can use some colors, you can use some designs, right? Some templates will be given. So that is also here. That is also here. And to talk more on this, we do also have the editing, and this is a play button. So whenever if you want to see any of the existing report that is you have implemented, and suddenly you want to go and see it, you can always go and see in the play button. Okay, so this is something which you can see. And this, the next button which you can see is a save button. Now this is a basic information about the app. Now if you're focusing on this, this is a tree view. In the tree view, what happens? You can create multiple screens. So this is one app. In the one app, you can create multiple screens. Okay, so let's try to create multiple screens now. So in this, all this you will be slowly getting to understand. For now, you focus on this part where whatever you're doing, it's basically going to be a drag and drop, or you can start inserting it. And you will be, I'll also be talking about each and every trigger that you have here. And finally, we will be focusing on this part. Okay. Now, when I say the first one, let me introduce one, a rectangular box. So the moment I insert a rectangular box, automatically it comes here, and I can drag this here, and I can go and drag it to this. Okay. So this is the screen one. And if you can just zoom in and adjust it properly so that it is directly fitting the screen. Now, if you add this, either you can go and change your, okay, background color. You can go and change the colors, whatever you want, you can change it. Yellow, green, blue, red, orange, whatever you want, you can change it. Or if you click this, this is for common. Okay, you can adjust the borders, colors, or even you can go and name some details about this. But here also you can see in the property tab, I have added a rectangular. Okay, here I can choose a color I can choose, border I can choose, all this I can go and see it. For example, let me go and change this. It is changing. Okay, and let me go to change this. It's getting changed. It is going to this. It's getting changed. Now if you see here, this is either you can go and change here, or you can go and change here. Okay, and you can also adjust the border. Can you see the border which is in blue color? Okay, you can change the border as well. And let's say green color border, but it's not visible. How you need to make it visible is you can increase the border width as well. Let's say I'll make it 3. See, you can see the border, right? If you don't see, I'll play it and show. See, this is a border. So all these adjustments you can make it. Okay, all these adjustments you can make it. And you want border 5, you can adjust it. See, the border has increased to 5. So it's all designing, okay, how well you are doing it. And I will not be focusing more on the cosmetic designs. Okay, each one have their own set of designs. Like for example, I like blue color, red color, green color, I'll do it. If you want, you have to use it in a different color. Cosmetic changes is what we are going to not focus too much, because each one will have their own talent of designing, doing a makeup, correct? So all this is nothing but makeup to the app. Now I will try to use some border to be 1, and let's say the color to be this one. Okay, this one. Now you can see that there is a green border as well, correct? This is fine, but background color is something which I want to have it very light color. So I'll go here, I'll choose this very light color. Instead of white color, let me keep it very light. See, this is very light color. Okay, and here also I can just make a copy paste and I can drag it. And in your case, you don't copy paste it, you can do it by creating it. Okay, Now this is a border and this is a background color. Now in this background color, I have added any color, and you can also add a background image. For example, if I want to add a background image and assume that we are building for KSR, we can add like this. Okay, but unfortunately your background and this is not matching. So something you want to adjust this on the picture. Okay, so let's do one thing. Either I have to go and change the background to be white again because it doesn't look good. So let me go and adjust the background color to be white. Okay, now I'll go and edit this visual. Okay, and in this, if you see here, background image, I will add it again. Okay, so this is something you can keep it as a image. But what happens to this you cannot edit it, you cannot change it. Okay, so rather than doing this, what I will do, I will remove the background color. Instead, I will add an image. Instead, I will add an image. So in this insert, we have inserted a text label. Sorry, we have inserted a rectangular, and I'll go and insert a text box. So in the text box, I'll start writing something. Okay, so let's say I'll say welcome to KSR Data Vision. So I'll keep it and I can adjust the font. Unfortunately, only this many type of fonts are available. So you can select whichever you want, and you can select the fonts 25, or you can put it as bold, and you can put it in the center. So for center, go to the alignment, put it in the center. Okay, so this is the heading which I have done. One thing which you need to remember is whenever you're doing an app, try to know what you're inserting first. I inserted a rectangular box. That's a rectangular box. And then I've inserted a text label. Text label is nothing but adding text to whatever component you have added here. Okay. Now here also I need to add one. I'll go and zoom it and check if it is correctly exactly on the border. Okay. Now I'll go and I'll also see this. This is actually 25 bold and open sans is a font. So I'll go and add another text label. I'll put it here. And for text, I'll simply write copyright 2023 V2 version. Something I'm writing. Okay, whatever you want, you can write it. And this is fine. This I'll make it as 25. And this one I'll make it as semi bold. And I'll put it in the center. Alignment center. Now, suppose this one you want to make a change. If you want to make a change, what you can do is you can also see this is common. Okay, this is font, this is size, this is semi bold. If you want more of features, let's say you want slanted, you want underscore, you want scratched one, all this you can do it. Text alignment, auto height, it will adjust to auto height. So positions, if you want to put in the left, right, and if you want to have anything in a white color or a black color, all this. Now, all this may not be available directly here, but if you select this, there is a property tab that opens towards the right side. Here you can add more of the details. Okay. Now, this is one thing which you need to remember. If it is possible to do in the top one, just select the top things. Here also you can do it. You have to go to alignment, or you have to go and change the color, background color. But this gives a more clarity. Okay, you can adjust it. Whatever the font style is not available. This underline is not available here, but you can have it here. So it's your wish. If it is available in the top, use it. It's in the below, use it. It's one and the same, right? You have multiple options to achieve it. Now, background image was actually not editable. So what I thought is, let me add an image here. So let me go to an image tab. So in this edit text grid, all this you can see later, but coming to media. So in media, we have something called image. I'll just go and add an image. I'll just go and add an image. Now in this image, okay, if you click this, the property tab will open. The property tab will open. In the property tab, you have not added any image, so it's showing none. So go here, add an image file, and you can select whatever file you want, and automatically that will come as an image. Okay, automatically it will come as an image. Now, this is one thing which you need to remember. Okay, now what I'm going to do, the first home screen, we always have to have a message, home tab message. Okay, so let's have that. Let's have that. So what I'm going to do, I am going to insert one. I'm going to insert one. Let me insert. Let me search here. Okay, if I just search BU, button will come. So I'll go and insert a button. I'll go and insert a button. Okay, so initially, right, the first page, if you want to do something, you can always go and click the button. So button is something which makes you to a navigation to the next page. So in this button, if you click, button properties will come. So button properties will come. So in the button properties, you can adjust all this, or you can adjust the background colors. You can adjust the background colors. But what I want is I want to do it more features. So let me go and click button and I can go and change it. And this one, the text one is there, right? The button text. I can go and change the button text and I can write, let's get started. Let's get started. So anyone who is opening our app for the first time, they have to go and click this app. And in this app, they have to click this, let's get started. And once they get this, let's get started, we can go and navigate to the next page. Okay. Now I need to add certain details here. Okay. I need to add a certain details here. So let me go and add. So I'll go and text message. I'll go and add a text message and I'll say, happy learning, have a great experience here. Okay, so I've written one text. I'll try to make the alignment to be center, and I'll make that to be color. Let's make it blue. Let's make it semi bold. Okay, so this is the first page, and of course the first page always you should have some of the contact informations. So let me go and add an image. So this is my first image. To maintain the same shape, right? What you need to do is you need to understand what is this position, what is this size and all. By chance, if I increase this, what is changing? The size is changing. X-axis is changing. If I increase this is changing. Height is changing. So try to adjust one height. Remember this, it's 110 I'll make. This one 100 I'll make. This one I can actually, let's make it 100. Okay, 90. So this is 90 and 100. So I'll copy paste this so that you can get the same shapes. Or what you have to do is, you have to go and insert another image. You have to go and insert another image, and after inserting this image, you have to go and change this to this one is 320, right? I have to make it 90, and this one I will make it 100. Okay, then I have to drag it to the same. Okay, so all the circus why you need to want, just go and make this copy paste. You should be able to get this. Okay, so each one I need to add a image. So let's go here, add an image. The first one, let's have it a contact. The second one, let's go and add an image. You can always get these images from your Google. Okay, just download it and you get it, and you should be able to achieve this. And the other one I will go and add is a Facebook. Sorry, should be Facebook. And the other one which I will try to add is YouTube. Okay, one extra space is there. So for that, what I will do, Instagram I will do. Instagram, what I should do is I'll go to Google. I'll go to Instagram logo, images. This looks good for me. Save image as. So this is actually a web file. I don't want web file. It either should be in a PNG format or it should be in a JPEG format. This is also web. Okay, this is in a PNG format. So I'll just go and put it in my Instagram was already there. Okay, but still okay. Let it be Instagram logo. Okay, PNG file, and I've downloaded it. Now I'll go for app and I'll click this. And the moment I'll click this, I'll go and add an image. Instagram logo has been added. Okay, so everything is good now. The only one thing which I did not like personally is this one. Okay, this one. See, for example, the moment I take mouse to that, color is changing. And if I click it, it's coming one white color is coming. Of course, nothing will happen because this is still a static page, correct? So, but what is your observation is, let's get started is a button. Now it's blue color. Now if I take it, it's becoming dark blue. And if I click it, white color is coming. Now I need to change the features. So what I'll do here, if you see, you can have all the details here. Okay, the first thing is I will go and change the color. Let's keep it bit dark color. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the button. Now I'll go and save it and I'll go and play it once. Always save it. Okay, it's I have done a lot of times this mistakes. This tool, it's just 5 years old, right? So sometimes what happens if it is closing by chance, like let's say I lost my power or my internet is disconnected, right? So sometimes what happens, I'll not be able to retrieve back. So always it's a best practice to go and save it. Whatever you keep adding, you keep saving this. Okay, now I'll save this. Now let's come back here. Let's play it. Now this is good. Let's get started. But if I keep a mouse over, it's not that good. My app, my KSR app itself is of this. This is our KSR company's color, but why it's showing blue color, which I don't want blue color, I need to go and change. Now you need to understand where I need to change this. This is color, this is border. So if you come down slowly, you will be able to see where we need to change. Our color is there, right? Overing color. So when I over it, it's changing blue. So that over current, you need to go and change it. So let's go to the overing color and let's go and change this color, font color while overing it. Just give me a minute. I need to explain a concept to achieve this. Mm, Okay, let's do one thing. We'll proceed now. I'll tell you to change the color because you have to write some expressions for changing the overing color. So for now, I'll keep it like this and let's do it when we move forward with the advanced topics. Okay, this is fine. So this is the icon that is our logo with the scan bar. If you scan it, it will directly take you to our apps. And this is get started button and I have all these icons. Okay, let's put it in the center. Now all this is good, but I did not like the background. The background is very white color. So let me go and change the background for this. So background color, let me go and choose the same one. Let me go and change the our color only with only very light color. Okay, this looks good for us. Now, whenever you're doing this, of course, it's human tendency that you will try to forget the what color you have selected. So always take down this numbers, which is color code. Okay, it's very easy to remember this. I mean, it's very easy to note it down rather than remembering this. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll take a background color code and the color code is E6F0EF. Don't ask me how you got this. We are not here to learn on image processing. Usually every image, if you see, it will be starting with RGB color. Okay, so let me go and get this. This is a background color code, and I'll maintain this to be this one. Okay, so even if you want to have the footer or header, you can always go and change, see the what background color you have selected. So this is the footer and header. I always encourage my team to do this because each one they'll forget it. Okay, footer and header color code. One day they'll go with a light color, one day they'll go with a dark color. I don't want all this. So I want to have a very unique color. So this is what I have done. Okay, now I'll go and save it and I'll go and play it. This is our first app of KSR, the first home screen. Let's get started. Whenever you're installing from store, this is what it should be. Okay, background color is chosen. I have added the image and let's get started. It's a home page and happy learning. It's a text box and you just can navigate to a Facebook, WhatsApp, or you can directly make a call and you can do everything here. Okay, now once you log into this get started, it has to go to the next page. It has to go to the next page. Okay, now carefully observe. This is something which I've seen in the last class as well. But if you see this in the app, I have added the first screen. I have added the first screen. In the first screen, there are so many things I added in the last 30 minutes. In the last 30 minutes, I have added so many things, right? So if you want to understand or if you want to go and edit what is what, okay, if you go and click this, you will get to know this one. If you get to know this one, this you get to know this one, and all this you are clicking, right? You can go and edit it. But you really want to know what you have added, what, correct? So if you see here in the screen, this is why it's called tree view. In the tree view, inside the app, you have screen one. Inside the screen one, so many things you have added: rectangular tab, rectangular one, label two, image one, button one. All is something which you have given here. So the more and more you add anything to this screen, it's get accumulated in this screen one. Okay, but we are not building for namesake. We are not building the app for namesake. We are actually building for a company called KSR. So professionalism is what I expect from you. Okay, anyone who does a very good app, we promise you that your app we will try to use in our institute. Okay, so the best app will be picked and we will be using for our implementation process. Okay, so the professionalism is what is expected from you. So first I will go and rename this three dots. I'll click this and don't call it as a screen one. You call it as a home screen. You call it as a home screen. Okay, you call it as a home screen. So in the app, the first screen which I have is a home screen. So this is the first screen. Now Inside the first screen, there is image 1_1 image 3_1 image 3_2. What is this image 3_? What is this 3 image underscore? I really don't know. The moment I keep adding it, so for example, if you open an Excel, okay, if you open an Excel, a very blank Excel, it is actually showing us book one. It is actually showing us book one. I'll go and open another Excel. This time it will open as book two. If I open another Excel, it will show as a book three. So this 1, 2, 3 is nothing but the number of instances I'm opening it. Right. So if I have a book one, book two, book three, it's very difficult to understand what is what. This is a simple confusion I have within Excel only. Now I'm building an app. Let's try to be more professional. So what we will do is we'll go here. We'll go here. If I click this, I will get to know what image it is. If I click this, I will get to know what image is this. If I go and click this, I'll get to know it's a YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, phone. Now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a 5 items that I have added for the screen. When I'm adding this free screen, if someone wants to go and edit it, in fact, what I have done, you will also be enhancing this. What is a team collaboration? In the reality, most of us will be working on the same app. You will be working on the my app. I'll be working on your app. So that readability is what is expected from you all people, because you're all an experienced, matured people who are going to work in an IT company. So how you have to be? You have to be more professional in managing the structure. So rather than having image 1_3 3_1, I really don't know what it is. So I will go and rename this to be call logo. I'll go here, this one, I will go and name it to be WhatsApp logo. Since it's going away, you need to go and add again, okay? Because I've changed the name, right? So since I've changed the name, the image will go. So you have to go and add an image again. Initially, you can name it, rename it. Now it's a WhatsApp logo. And the one which I have added call logo, since I've changed the name, it's disappearing. So you have to go and add an image again, and you add this call, and it will say a file with the same name exists. You already have a media name telephone. You can replace that file with this one or a pick your new one. I will go and rename it. So this is renamed. So this is renamed. This is renamed. So let me go and rename this. So this is going to be Facebook. So let me go and write Facebook logo, and you get that visual again. Add that image, Facebook, and you go and add this. So this is Facebook, and this is YouTube logo. So let me go and rename it YouTube logo. So after you rename it, of course it will disappear because of the name change. You have to again go here, and you can choose the add image, go to the YouTube icon, get that done. Okay, so finally this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Okay, this is something which is pending, which is an Instagram logo. I'll go and tell Insta logo. So Insta logo, I'll go and again add the visual, rename it. Okay, now you see under the home page, now it's very easy to understand. Any student, even if it's a 10th standard student, if he goes and opens it, he should be able to understand what I've done. So within the app, you added many items, and one item is nothing but Instagram logo, YouTube logo, Facebook logo, WhatsApp logo, call logo. Okay, now this is a label. The moment if I select a label, it is just saying one text. So let me go and rename this. So this one I will give, just say greeting text. So I'm just giving a greeting text. This is nothing but greeting, right? Have a great learning or wishes, whatever wishing text or a greeting says your name, your wish, whatever you want, you do it. Okay, so just say wishing text or whatever it is. Now this is a button. The button name is button one. If I add another button, it will go as button two. Just like a same example what I've given for book one, book two, book three, book four, book five. If I by chance, if I go and another button, if I go and add another button here, if I go and add another button, this becomes button two now. If you see here, button two. So button one is this one, it's getting highlighted. Button two is the one which I'm going to add now, it gets highlighted, right? Now, this is one thing which you need to think of renaming it. Okay, so I don't want button two. I'll remove this, and I want this button one. So this button one, I can go and rename it as next page button. If you click it, it is going to the next page, right? So that's why I'm giving next page button. And in this home screen, there's a first screen. There's a home screen. I have added all these details: Instagram logo, YouTube logo, Facebook logo, WhatsApp, all this, wishing text, next button. And there are a few more things which I need to do. And this is nothing but our barcode, right? So let me go and rename this to KSR barcode logo. Of course, it will disappear. I have to go ahead and add in again. So where is my barcode? This is my barcode. I'll go and open it, rename it. It's going to rename it. Okay, and this is a label. So if you see here, this is a label. Label means what? Label means what? The something which I've written on the text box, copyright to 2023 V version 2, and I will go and simply rename it to be footer text. Footer text. And this one, header text. Header text. And this is a rectangular, right? There's rectangular boxes. The one which I've added at the back side. The first one which I added is a rectangular box, right? So that rectangular box is this one. But I'm in confusion whether rectangle 1 is in top or rectangle 1.1 is in top. Instead of what you can do is you can simply go and select this. It's not getting highlighted. If I select this, this is getting highlighted. So this is this one. So I'll go and rename it. I'll simply say footer. And coming to this rectangular 1_1, this is nothing but this one. I'll go and rename it. So actually, this is a footer. This is a header actually, which is in top right. It should be header, and this one should be footer. Okay, all good. So far, so good. First screen. In the first screen, I was able to get all this information. Now I'll save it. Anyone who opens my app should be able to get this information in detail. Okay. Now, okay. So basically what you're saying is I'll go to another screen. Okay, I'll go to another screen. I will open another screen. Okay, let me go with the blank screen. And this blank screen is what the first screen. Okay, so this is a screen to which I'm adding. So I will rename this. I will rename this to be start screen. Okay, so initially before coming to the home page, I have to have a start screen. So I'll go this and I'll move and up forward. I'll do. So this becomes the first screen. This becomes the second screen. Now in this, I need to adjust the background color. So I don't remember which color I gave. So I'll go to custom. I don't remember it. I'll go and copy this background color and I'll add it. Okay. So in this, whenever you're opening, maybe a loading screen or a KSR logo, you can add it. Okay. So let me just go with downloading start icon. This looks good, but this is not graphical interface. But I'm not liking background black. This is not moving. Let's see if it's supportable. No. Okay. This is one thing which I need to do it. So what I can do is there is something called we can remove background. Okay. Remove background from the logo. And you can just go and upload your photo or image. Automatically you should be getting that background. So upload image and I'll open this. Okay, where is that? I need to remove the logo from.
Santosh, we can add a video as well, right?
Yeah, we can add a video as well, but this is easy, right? GIF could be easy. Video means it will utilize more space. Upload search clip. This one I want. Preparing. Okay, this is done. Uh, download. Download it as a GIF only. I'll do. So this one I'll go to the folder, copy it, go to my KSR, paste it here. Now I'll go and use this. Okay. All this is thanks for help. I'll close all this. Now I'll go here. This background is something which is disturbing me because it doesn't look good, right? See, one can clearly identify this is a image. On top of your background, you have added an image. This doesn't look good for me. So of course I need to make it better. So I can do this and I'll do one thing. I'll remove this now and I'll add the one which I removed the background now. Where is that background? This is okay. This is background. Save it. Now see. So the first 2 seconds, I want this to open and then I need to go and have this. Is this what your requirement? Step by step, but I'm just building the screen now. Whatever we are building is just a static screen. Once we get into the deep concepts, we'll be trying to navigate from one page to other page. So initially, if one is installing the app, this is a screen you will get it. And maybe after 2-3 seconds, I have to go to this screen. And once you click into this screen, you should be going to the next screen. That's what I need to have it. Instead of loading screen, you can add KSR. Like let's say you said, right, when I open a WhatsApp icon is coming first, then it's opening a WhatsApp. When I open a YouTube, first YouTube icon is coming, then it's going to the YouTube, right? Similarly, whatever you want, you do. But I've shown you how to do it. Removing the background is important because it will look like a picture. Now it will not look like a picture. It will just load like an image. Maybe after 3 seconds, 4 seconds, I can now go and navigate this to the next page. Okay. So this one I'll add a name, rename, loading. What is the full form of GIF? Graphics interchange format. Not required for us, but our requirement is to have this. Okay. So the first screen is done. The second screen is done. Now, if someone clicks that, let's go, it has to go to the third screen, wherein which I'll have a login information. Okay, first loading screen, then a home screen. When I click a home screen, let's say I go and click that let's go, it is going to the next screen. I'll tell you one shortcut, but I don't want you people to use the shortcuts. If I want to replicate the exact screen, right? If I want to exact screen, like for example, here I created a new screen. I added a background color where I've noted down all this, right? So all this, if I don't want it, I can always go and click this three dots, take a duplicate screen, and automatically you should be able to get the duplicate screen. And since you have taken a duplicate, it is showing the exact name, home screen _1, and you can name it. You can name it whatever you want, you can name it. Let's say I want to go and click this and I have to rename it as login screen now. The third screen which I'm going to build is login screen. And unfortunately, in this third screen, I don't want this one. 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 Now it's easy. To copy paste and then deleting is easy rather than creating a new page. But I would always suggest you're all at the beginner level. So since you're at the beginner level, I want everyone to recreate from everything from beginning. Okay, I've used a number of times. For me, I'm not going to learn here. You people are going to learn. So I want each and everyone to learn. And you can also have this. I mean, of course, already we have used this Instagram logo or footer header, right? So since I've taken a copy, it is coming with a _1. This is fine. Okay, this is fine. Or you can do one thing. You can always go and rename it again. Okay, login footer of login screen you can give LS. So LS stands for login screen, and here you can give it a home screen HS. Your naming convention only, right? So you can just go and give this is login text of LS. So LS means login screen. Footer of LS, login screen. Header of, okay, you can do this. And here, please change it to a footer of HS. HS stands for home screen. So these are all common, right? It may be, see, these are all identification. Suppose if you do a mistake in the future, something happens, you can always go and rename it. We can always go and fix it out. Okay, where exactly the changes happened, where we are getting a problem, those things and all you can get to know. And that's the one reason I'm focusing on the naming conventions. Okay, now in this screen now, this is my home screen. This is my start screen. This is my home screen. And now I need to go and add a login screen. For login screen, what is that one thing which I really required? What is that one thing which I really required? I need to accept some user ID and password, correct? So I need to accept my user ID and password. So before that, I'll add one more icon, one more image. Okay, in this image, let me go and this time I will not give barcode. I will add icon now. KSR icon. Okay, if I go and add this, so this is an icon. So if I go and display this, this is not at all looking good. This is not at all looking good because I have taken an image with a background. So that's why it is clearly, if anyone who sees this login page, 100% they will know that this is a image that you have copied on top of it. This is not the well design that I want. I will go and remove this. I'll go and remove this, and I've already removed one background. If you see here, this KSR logo, remove background. BG means background. So I've already downloaded this. Now I'll keep here. Save it, play it. Now this looks better. This looks better. This is a login screen, the third page. Okay. Now in this login screen, what is that really want is I want user ID, password. These are the two things which I need to add it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to insert, and I'm going to give a text label. So if I give a text label, I will go and enter, or I'll simply say user ID. Okay. So I'll write user ID and I'll make it bold and I'll increase to 23. So this is a user ID, and of course the colors should be somewhat different. Let's put it in orange. Independence Day. Let's put it in orange. Okay, now I'll copy this and I'll put it here and I'll rename this to be password. Okay, let's go and play. Okay, one is user ID and one is password. Correct? So far, so good. Correct? Now, there is a slight problem now. Uh, this is actually a text box only. Okay, this is a text box only. So if I go and add another text label below this, if I go and add another text box below this for the password, because someone has to enter, right? Someone has to enter. So if I go and do this, save it, play it. This is not the one which I am looking for. This is not the one which I am looking for, because how can I go and add the user ID here? See, it's not at all editable. It's not at all editable because I've done a mistake. This is actually a text label. Text label is for having some fixed content where you cannot go and change at all. It's just a value. If you go and play it, you should not be able to edit it. It's just a text field. Well, here is fine. User ID and password, that acts like a text field, which I don't want. Okay, this is something which I don't want. Correct? This is something which I don't want. But what I really required is someone has to enter. The user has to go and enter something. So for the first time, I'm going to insert something called text input. I'll go and insert another text input. Now it's good. Okay. Actually, I'll reduce this. If you're not able to do it well designed, you can always zoom it. Go and play it. See now? Now anyone can go and enter the user ID. This is what I want, because I need one of them to enter it. If I give a text label, it's just a text one. But if I go and give a text input, it is going to accept the input, which is not nothing but my text value. So this is what I have it. Now this is a third screen. Start screen, home screen. The moment someone clicks a let's get started, this is going to open. Okay, I need to make it even more better. Who will expose password like this? So password, whatever I enter, it should show dot, right? And I need to have a submit button and I need to have a reset button. Okay, so that will be my next step. We'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. In the next class, our focus will be more on the user page. That is a login page. We will have three options. One will be the submit, one will be the sign in page, one will be the reset. And all these passwords and all, I need to hide it. I need to make it better viewable. That will be our next step. Clear?